Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. So in today's video we're going to investigate the mysterious, bizarre murdering, assassinating of Igor Talkov. So probably most of you, especially my English native speakers, probably don't know who is Igor Talkov. So Igor Talkov, he was a Russian rock singer, songwriter and film actor. His lyrics are mostly about love, but also contain a social critique of the Soviet regime. He was shot dead on the October 6 in 1991 in St. Petersburg, Russia, Soviet Union, at the Yubileyny Sports Palace, where he gave a concert. So there was a lot of musicians, and they giving a concert, and behind the curtains there was a fight, and during this fight he was murdered. But this case is truly complicated, very unsolved, because the main theory suggests that he was killed accidentally during this fight, the massive fight where he also participated. But the other theory suggests that it was a well-planned murder, so he was ordered by some powerful people. Actually, I don't know yet because I haven't watched what really happened, but I'm curious as well. Uh, it's really hard for me to explain more, so I'm gonna write more information into this video description about Igor Talkov, about situation, and also I will try to provide information during the spread. All right, so let's have a look what truly happened that day on October 6, 1991, in that Yubileyny Sports Palace in St. Petersburg. Hmm. That's very interesting. It points at three guns at a person, and according to official theory, he also had the person who carried a gun. He shoot 3 rounds. Hmm. And also here we see 3 persons. Okay, that's interesting. Alright, just give me a quick moment. Oh, yep, I'm a little bit I'm a little bit surprised because cards show completely different scenario, not what I thought. All right, let's start from the very beginning with a quick pre-story. So this fight began with the conflict between Igor Talkov and lady singer Aziza, because she was late that day and she asked her bodyguard and lover, who is Igor Malachov, to uh, to speak with Talkov's director to exchange the places. So, but at that moment, that time, there was a crucial for the artist. If the artist who is performing last, it means that his status is too high, too important. But actually, it wasn't that. No, in that case, for Talkov, it wasn't that much important. So he could let Aziza go last. But the thing is that bodyguard, Malachov, so he came into the Talkov's dressing room, approached straight away his director, whose name is Valery Schlafman. And he starts to speak with him in a very, like a redneck, tough way. He said something like, you know, dude, I'm a gang member, so you listen carefully and do what I say. So he already began to provoke the conflict. And in that room was Talkov, Schlafman, a couple of bodyguards, two or three people like bodyguards, and this Malachov guy. So these bodyguards take Malachov and throw him out, and kinda conflict is over. But at this moment, the Schlafman, Talkov's director, he began to behave. He began to behave kind of weirdly. He runs away, approaches this Malachov, and starts to provoke him. And he says something to him like, um, well, it's a little bit hard for me to translate on English this Russian slang words, but okay. In other words, he called him a pussy, and this guy Malachov, he's turned around, pull out the gun, and says, "You call me a pussy?" And this guy, again, Talkov's director, runs back into the dressing room and says, "Igor, he pull out the gun." That bodyguard runs away. They gonna fight with Malachov, try to hit the gun. Talkov's also took his gun, but he had a gas gun, a gas pistol. So he runs out and starts to shoot the gas rounds. Everything was covered with the gas clouds, which impacts his eyes and people who were there. So they fight it blindly. Already lying on the ground, their heads was eyes closed, and they tried to hit the gun. So and Talkovs, he set it close to Malachov and start to hit with this part of the pistol over his head, like this. And during that moment, while the bodyguards tried to hit the gun, there was a 3-round shots. One bullet impacted in the ground, the second impacted in the boxes with the musician equipment, and third bullet, as they believe, impacted in the Talkov's chest. That was that suggests the official theory. And I also thought that it was this way, but actually, to be honest, the cards show me completely different scenario, that this was involvement of third people. So, okay, so what I see here during this spread, that Talkov's death, it wasn't just an accident in some random conflict. It was a result of well-planned combination of uh, let's just say well-planned combination behind which hidden a very powerful figures, structures, persons who had money, power, and that's it. Um, Also, between them, there was charismatical leaders, just like as a persons, like a technicians, guys, like a pro, you know, which can lead away investigation in the wrong direction. Let's just say this. And Talkov, Igor Talkov, he was a threat for them. He really bothers them. So that's why they decided to get rid of him. Um, and Yeah, because he had the songs about the Soviet Union and other that stuff. So he was a threat not only like a musician, but also as a person who had his own strict position and knowledge, and that knowledge and position couldn't be changed completely. It was incontrollable of other people, and they kind of afraid of that. So that's why they decided to silence him. But he left this world with very honor, and the truth is still lives, and people are getting more closer and closer to that truth. All right, now using this thread, I will try to approximately create a picture of what truly happened. I need a couple more moments to have a look. So yeah, I see that in this conflict, there was like, I don't know, uh, three, four, five, like six people or seven, because also this lady Aziza also came into this conflict. She covered one of the bodyguards with her jacket, um, and she also received hits and punches in her stomach, because yeah, there was like a massive fight. And what I see here, that those people who were involved in that fight, this fatal shot wasn't came from one of them. So this shot was committed by a person who was there, but he didn't participate in the fight. He was like standing in a shadow in a corner, somewhere behind the corner, and just observed. And this shot was committed from the medium range, not close enough, not from the very close encounter, no, but not too far, not like a sniper, not from the roof, somewhere close enough, but not too close. So he easily remained undetected. So he just standed and waited for the right moment to make this last final shot. This shot was really precise, very unexpected, and it was planned before. Not from the completely close encounter. Yeah, probably from the corner. It was a hidden it was a hidden encounter of a third person, uh, to make everything look like it was an accident during that fight. It was very performed, very cunning, and very cold-blooded. Okay, now at least I will try to describe those persons. Okay. So first of all, I will begin with the person who committed the shot. So I see that it was a, well, pretty much young male. So he was, okay, 30 till 40 years maybe, but he looked younger. Um, he had most probably medium size, medium height, a little bit skinny, very sportish, very flexible, very active. Probably he was good at running. He had dark hair, a little bit longer maybe, and from the sides like brushed backwards. Um, Gray eyes, or maybe a little bit darker, but no, I see like blue-gray mostly. And his gaze was like an empty, a little bit. His gaze is very like fast, maybe a little bit nervous, and like he's giving I don't know how to say. Okay, I will miss this part. It's not that much important. So, and probably he had the structure of the face more like a triangle triangular shape of the face, probably uh, with the visible cheekbones. Yeah, so face a little bit like prolonged, but triangled. Probably had some scars as well from traumas, from guns, wounded ones, and maybe knives. No, yeah, because I see that he was a killer, and it wasn't his first job. So yes. Speaking about his behavior and character, I see he's also like introvert, very cold, very controlling each movement. He's not too much impulsive, but when it's needed, he's ready to act very fast, very sudden, especially if he gets a specific mission. I see that he was professionally trained in hiding, in precise, and yes, he already did such things for the money. After this murder, he disappears and never came back in public, so never was seen again. Just like as the other person who placed an order about this. All right, let me draw some more cards because I have additional questions. Yeah, card showing that this was well planned, well organized murder, assassination. It was an order. Again, this card came out. Show that. Okay, one more. Give me a quick moment. Speaking about personality and physical looks of the person who placed an order, so it's a very powerful man. His age at that moment was 45 till 60. His height a bit higher than medium, stocky build, and he has like a strong posture, like he was in a military guy. Very important posture. Like he had a dark hair, a little bit pale because of the aging, maybe some baldness somewhere on a forehead. Always very accurate. His eyes has that staring gaze, which is like an officer. The person who could impact on other people just only with his gaze, with his eye look. Probably he wears some mustache or beard, depends on his image, but he always looked like a very important figure, like a very smart. Speaking about his behavior characteristics, he's a very strong manipulator. He's has strategical way of thinking. Uh, he likes to control everything, situations, given orders, but not to commit the orders, only give the orders. The person from the high structures, powerful structures, elite, politician, maybe shadow of show business. He has connections, resources, and protection from above. Like, well, of course, status, money. Very calculative. Mm, He doesn't do anything spontaneous. His target is just to eliminate a danger figure if he feels dangerous. Um, and he never left the clues, the patterns. Always destroys everything. Publicly, he is very respectable, very honorable, and very neutral at the same time. But in the shadow, he is like a predator, very pushing, sometimes crucial, like a mean predator. he didn't act alone. Also, behind this is the complete, I don't know how to say, group of interest, let's just say, not only, but a lot of people who are following him and listens to his order. Also, I see that he wasn't connected straight away with the killer. They probably communicate using middlemen, other people. Everything was perfectly planned, from the choosing the right moment till the using of the crowd to as a cover. And this assassination was masked like like a bad accident during the fight, because also it was a perfect cover for them, because it was easy to blame other people's those who were participants in that fight. So they were very calculated. So like I said, this was super extremely well planned that I just have no words. Yeah, very, very sad, crazy situation. So, well, pretty much that's it. I don't know. Maybe I will. Okay, I will check this spread again. Maybe I will can gain some, extract more information a little bit. Yeah, I kind of see that there's a woman which knows something more and hides, but she maybe is a kind of some key to solving this puzzle. But still, I see that truth is kind of coming. It's coming. And speaking about the Igor, about his what he would like to say, uh, he's not seeking for revenge, but he would ask to uh, completely like solve the case till the real deal. Um, because his spirit is still like remains pretty much clear, and yeah, he left the world knowing that he is speaking the truth, and this truth is still sounds through the years, through the fear, and through the silence, and through the tears as well. That is his message. Also, very quick final thoughts. Yeah, that's because also why they couldn't connect it with those persons as well, because the murder weapon was never found, and that's already hard to. Um, there's no way how to check for the ballistic evidence, because that gun, when Schlafman hit it away from Malakhov's hand, he runs away with the gun in the dressing room and throw it in uh, this water tank. And afterwards, he gave it back to Aziza, and Aziza gave it back to her bodyguard lover Malakhov. And Malakhov, how he told in an interview, he separate the gun on small pieces and dispose of him by throwing in a river. So the murder weapon was never found. So that's why the case remained unsolved. But as far as I see here, uh, uh, the fatal, this fatal, the last bullet was from the from the third person, a killer who remained anonymous, and he was never spotted. Well, that's pretty much it. Probably one of my longest videos, but anyways, guys, I really hope it was interesting for you. I will write more information in the description to this video about Igor Talkov, about this case. And thank you for watching. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next investigation videos. Subscribe to the channel, hit likes, write your comments, and bye-bye.